Good evening, brothers, sisters, saints, sinners, and others. I am Deacon-elect Taylor here once again for another First Thursday Tidbits. I want to start off first and foremost by saying I apologize. Um, all of this is new to me, and I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. Going live, giving a word to people in this platform is different and it's a bit nerve wracking. And I wasn't myself. While I was still able to give a message, I did not feel 100% myself. And in doing so, I felt I was doing a disservice to you all because I wasn't authentically me. So today, I am. As you see, I have my Wu-Tang shirt on. Yes, I'm going to be comfortable. I want everyone in here to be comfortable. I want you to enjoy yourself, engage in the chat, put up questions, comments. I'm here for it all. Um, with that being said and out the way, let's get to it. Um, for those who know me, understand that I am currently in a bit of a situation. And like others out there, it's scary. Um, it's scary to the point where I'm not 100% sure where it's going to go. This past Friday, I had a moment of meltdown. It's the best way to put it. I had a complete meltdown. Um, it's a legal situation that I'm in, and leaving that courtroom had me very emotional. Not because of the outcome, but because the outcome was once again delayed. This is almost a year since everything transpired and took place, and we're still waiting for everything to go in the direction it needs to go. But I had someone there by the name of Miss Parker um, to speak on my behalf. And in doing so, afterwards, she gave me a word and it stuck with me. And she said, a delay is not a denial. And while it hit me, I did not fully understand what it meant at that time. And they say God speaks through people. He will take that opportunity to get his word out. You never know where it's going to come from. You just need to be receptive to what's being said at that moment. So I sat on it honestly and just let it rummage around in my brain. And eventually I settled on understanding through the Bible passage that I'm about to give you. I'm going to give you a couple. I promise I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to have you too long. But as my pastor said, do what you do. So I'm going to do what I do. But the first passage that I settled on was Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it may tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now, essentially what that means is God's timing is appointed. What feels like it's taking too long for you is still right on time and it's on heaven's schedule. A lot of us always look at, or may, I'm not going to say always, but may look at other people and say, well, why not me, Lord? I know so-and-so for years. They're lazy. They don't even put forth effort at the job. When is it going to be my turn? When am I going to have the opportunity to shine? When am I going to receive the blessings and be able to say, well, I earned it? Patience. Wait on it. Everything that is delayed does not mean you're denied for it. I've seen people that I know for a fact did not deserve, in my eyes, half of the blessings that they got. And yet, the blessings that they got may have been something that they've been waiting on. They were obedient. They waited on it. Now, in my eyes, I may say, hey, they don't work as hard as me. They don't come to work on time. They don't put in the overtime. They're not here for everything that needs to be said and done. And they're not going the extra mile like I am. I don't know what their past was either. I say that because, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. There may be a few of you right now looking at my shirt like he is preaching with a Wu-Tang shirt on. And to that, um, I will respond with listen to basic instructions before leaving Earth by the Jizza. That's all I'm going to say. Before you look at my attire and think that's all I'm about, listen to that song. Even they had to wait for their blessings. But we'll get into that another time. A delay is not a denial to me, says just because I want it to happen now, I'm looking for that immediate blessing. Hey, Lord, I'm going into this courtroom. I need this response so I can move on with my life. I need this outcome. I've been waiting on this outcome for months, months, and it keeps getting delayed. But what I'm not seeing is that behind each delay, God is working in my favor. Because I could have gotten an immediate judgment and it would not have gone my way. But each delay, more and more comes out. I've had legal representation that honestly just did not care about me. They just wanted to check in and out. And if it wasn't for that delay with them, I wouldn't have found my other legal representation. And that legal representation, thorough. And I appreciate that. A lot of times we want the big picture. We want the immediate response. We are now living in the instant gratification generation. Our phones can pull up things that, older generations, we had to look up in the encyclopedia. We have the world in our palm. Microwave ovens can give us meals in 2, 3 minutes. Air fryers are now doing with, so we have a lot of devices and we're now stuck in this I need it right now mentality. But in rushing, we're not getting anything. We're not getting anywhere. We're just doing it to be doing it now. I need it now. Why? It's not on your schedule, it's on God's schedule. And if he says it's not right now, it's not right now. So I'm saying all this to basically get across to you patience, as they say, is a virtue. We need to practice that a bit more. For instance, I have here Psalm 27:14. Yes, I have notes. Psalm 27, chapter 27, verse 14 says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage. Basically, essentially, waiting requires courage. To sit still in the midst of everything you wanting right now and saying, you know what, instead of me running out and wilding out and, Lord, why not me questioning God? You know what? I'm gonna just be still. Let me just chill. Because it's not in my hands. Nothing is in your hands. Everything that you have gotten, even you putting in the effort, at some point you prayed on it. That job interview, that car, that date you wanted with whoever. It's like, oh Lord, if you could just give me the opportunity, okay, small prayer, large prayer, got on your knees, quick prayer in the car, whatever. Everything you've got has been given to you, but you still had to wait. I don't know one child that came out the womb running 5K marathons, not one. You had to be patient. You had to take your time. You had to crawl before you walk. You had to walk before you run. And even in running, you still had to train yourself and your mind and your body that when your body wants to give up, your mind tells you to keep going. It is a process. Part of that process is understanding that your time is not always your time. It may take a moment for it to come, but it's coming. And that takes strength. That takes a whole different level of courage to say, hey, I'm going to be still. It says in the Bible, wait on the Lord. With that said, also, there was a promise that was made to someone in the Bible. His name was Abraham. And Abraham was promised a son. I know the story. And I'm quite sure Abraham was like, all right, I'm going to have a son 9 months. Next year. Year after next. Okay, Lord, 5 years. 10 years. It took 25 years, basically, for that to come to pass. In the midst of this, Abraham was still able to do great things. Father Abraham had many sons. Not only was he blessed, but he was blessed abundantly. But he had to be patient. Again, a denial does not come from a delay. If you're delayed, doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I had to be patient. I had to be patient for a lot of things. And while it's testing, in those tests is where you find your strength. I'm going to give you another example. Again, I promise I'm not going to hold you long. This is a tidbit. My time for preaching is coming. I'm going to have a full sermon then, but as of right now, this is just a tidbit just to get you through to our table experience, which will be happening this Sunday at 3 p.m. With that being said, though, my next example was probably one that some can or cannot connect with. I became a father at 33, biologically. In the midst of me doing that, I had a lot of god kids. I had kids who I had friends who had kids who I was an uncle to. It was basically practice, long story short. I was testing my metal, steel sharp and steel. Was I ready for a kid? Probably not. Did I want a child? Yeah. But each time I was told, not now, not now, not now. So I put it off. I was just like, all right, well, it's never going to happen. I'm good here. I'm good in this space. And then out of nowhere, we pregnant. Like, oh, it was a delay. Didn't mean it wasn't going to happen. It didn't equate to a denial. For those of you out there who feel you're deserving, Lord, why not me? I need it now. Again, it does not mean it's not coming. Wait, be patient. Your time is coming. Your blessings are coming. But stay locked in, steadfast. Read your Bible. Get a closer walk with God. Understand that He wants the best for you. And in doing so, you'll find that when that blessing comes, you're better equipped to receive it. You'll appreciate it more. Yes, there are times, even myself, I'm not perfect. Just because I'm on this side of the screen does not mean that I'm holier than thou, and I'm best buddies with God. I got him on speed dial. No, I'm still human. I still get angry. I still cry. I still myself question at times. And in those moments of me questioning, Lord, why not me? Why now? Why do I have to wait? God sent somebody to tell you. Just because I'm delaying it does not mean I'm denying you. Okay, message received. And then I have to come back to myself and say, you know what, Lord? You're right. Let me get in this Bible. Let me surround myself with people who can help me stay closer to you. For those of you who are struggling with, I want to say, spiritual impatience, financial worry, or mental exhaustion, physical fatigue, whatever you're going through, it takes time. Just because it's not right now doesn't mean it's never. I can't emphasize that enough. I really can't. I cannot stress that enough. I can't beat a dead horse when it comes to that. And I won't. But what I will say is If you are at that point in your life, you're at that moment where you just feel completely fed up, I welcome you to reach out. Leave a comment, send us an email, not willing, sorry, not able but willing at Gmail. And I may have messed that up, so, it'll be in the where you can reach us by email. But yeah, reach out to us. We're here. The Seat of Mercy is not a thump you over the head ministry. That's not what we're here for. We are literally a band of misfits who have heard the Lord and want to give back to our community and show God's love as it was shown to us. There's not one person in this ministry that is absolute perfect. We come in all shapes and sizes and ages and backgrounds, and we are still growing together as a ministry, but we invite you to grow with us, not just in numbers, but spiritually. Strengthen your walk. And if you don't have a walk with God, we welcome you to come have a seat at the table with us. And if no one's told you today, or you've heard it 100 times, allow me to be the first or the 101st when I tell you I love you. I don't have to know you. I don't have to know your background. That's not my concern. I love who you are today. I extend my hand as God has extended his hand and his mercy and grace when it came to my life, because, I'm not even really supposed to be here. I just turned 46 last month. And in doing so, that is 41 years beyond what the doctors told my mother I was not going to be here. Your son's not going to live past the age of 5, is what they told her. But I'm here. But it's not by my own. It's by God. I acknowledge that and I accept that. So if you don't have a walk, I invite you to come have a seat. We can grow together. And with that, I will sign off. Please, if you need prayer, I'm also inviting you on Friday at noon on our TSON Facebook page. We have Friday prayer at noon. And on Sundays, as I said earlier, we have the full table experience. It's not a tidbit, it's a full meal. So I hope you come spiritually hungry, because it's going to be a word. Come with your bibs and your appetite and get prepared to be spiritually fed. But with that, I am Deacon-elect Taylor. This is the Seat of Mercy, first Thursday tidbits, second one. And with that, at the Seat of Mercy, there's always a seat just for you. I love you. See you next time.